Hello. Good to see you.
Alright there, Revenants, welcome back to Code Vein in the Road to 100, where today we're going to be running the Blanched Greatsword, and oh, what a great sword this is. First things first, the channel has just been going nuts lately. I don't know why, but it's really great to see everybody here, and thank you all for joining me and following along and enjoying the videos and commenting and having a good time. It's really great to see that amount of people coming here to watch. So you know, really honored, really thankful. You guys are really great because there is a lot of knowledge, and there's a lot of new people to Code Vein. So pretty cool that we have a good mix in the audience here. So that's really nice. So if you got any questions, toss them in the comments. I'm sure somebody will, if not me, will be answering your questions if you have questions. And I love all the comments and the jokes and the funny things that you guys come up with to say in the comments. And I do love a good dark sarcasm every now and then. So if you have some, bring it on. But today we will be running Pollux and the Blanched Greatsword. And the most interesting thing about this weapon is it does crush overall, and it's a very heavy weapon. It's one of the highest that you can come up against, as the Argent Wolf brand is 94 and this is 90, even though the Wolf brand is fortified. So this goes over 100 pounds when it's fortified. Massive damage, but actually it's really heavy, so that's how they offset it. Now, the very unique thing about this sword is the charge attack, and that has a increased resistance to getting staggered out of it, as you see the focus happen there. And it doesn't cost any ichor, and also it has the second highest damage of a charge attack in the game at 255% of your attack damage, of your physical damage. So very good weapon. And you might be wondering why I'm pairing Sturdy Body and Defensive Order together. This about halves your damage, and Sturdy Body gives you a 35% increase to your health. But at the same time, it's nice to have really good defenses on our Blood Veil here, as that takes us up over 60 on slash, which is what everybody in here is going to be doing, slash damage. And there's a couple of pierce things as well and stuff. So let's get going, and we will need backstabs and such as we go. But this sword is no joke, and it absolutely demolishes everything. It's a great weapon. The only downside to it is the first attack that you have on the string is at a 90% modifier, and so you're not able to get max damage out of this thing until much later, when you're much later into the string. But on a plunge attack, it does very well. So let's continue powering up here. Okay. And that's the issue here with Pollux, is that we have to kind of play as you know, as we need to, because of our lack of ability here to get damage out on the enemy once offensive order or defensive order is out. But at the same time, we're able to take a lot of punishment because we have an extreme amount of health here at 4651. That's really good. Let's see if we can pick these boys off one at a time here. I don't feel like tackling 7 of them at once. How many? About 6 of them at once? Yeah, so not my cup of tea there. So you can see our numbers are pretty low right now, in the 2000s and such, around there, and that's kind of bad. But at the same time, we still have enough damage overall to make it through here. And as you see, we took a hit there, and it really didn't matter because of Foul Blood Barrier and such, and we're able to get through these damage sets here pretty easily. Ouch. And there's 2 hits without Foul Blood, and we're able to still withstand it, no problem. and still have tons and tons of health overall. Okay, and let's see if we can get a backstab here. So that's where Pollux comes in very, very well in the vitality realm, because you can take so much punishment before you are required to use any kind of healing. Whoops, and I totally missed that guy. And even though we only get about 4.5 I-Core on a backstab, it still is worth what we're doing, because of our blade is so powerful in the end of it all here. But now that our defensive order is over there, we're able to kind of just beat this guy down pretty simply and easily. Now, for this lady, we want to be doing ice, but we don't have ice on us right now except in our blood veil. So we're able to do pretty good damage overall, but nothing staggering or super incredible. Okay, so now for the invasion, you definitely want to have defensive order going, because it is a pretty overwhelming invasion, to say the least. So we'll get all our items going here, and we'll have to pick up a bunch of backstabs and such to make sure that we get enough I-Core to get access to our gifts and such. Like that. Okay. Ouch. Okay, good. Okay, let's get a launch. Alright, good. And can I get another launch? Excellent. Very, very good. Now we're not having any luck here pushing the spawn point. Oh boy. Got the... Ouch. Ouch. Okay. This dumb dog will ruin us here if we're not careful, and Jack won't do anything because Jack is Jack. And we're at 1 health somehow. Okay. Okay, and we're dead. Jack, please. Thank you. Nope, it's not it just quite yet. Let's go ahead and heal 1. And we're out of sturdy body. Oh, that's why. We ran out of sturdy body in the middle of the fight. Okay. Ouch. There we go. And you get those dodge attacks, and you get a 30% increase to your damage. So that is very, very good to have. If you can... What? He double hit me. What is hitting me? Something's hitting me. Okay, it must have been her somehow. Okay. There we go. Now she's a real pain here. So let's see what Jack's gonna do there. Good. Oh. And if you can get that dodging attack, or the rolling attack, or the running attack, you can get that 30% increase on your damage out of this weapon, and it does not disappoint. It does suffer from just the fact that it is a crush only, regardless of whether you do gifts or not, and so that is kind of the only downside of it. But otherwise, it's a very, very, very good, potent weapon to have overall, if you happen to have access to the Blanched Greatsword. It is a very, very good weapon to have, as you can tell here. Ouch. And ouch. Come on, there we go. And it pairs very well with the blood veil we have right now, because of the fact that I'm staggered to no end, because we are running slash damage on our blood veil, and we're running crush damage on our weapon. So thank you, Jack, there. Okay, let's go ahead and heal. Okay, and the doggy. See, Jack didn't even... whoa. Jack did not even kill this thing, because Jack doesn't do anything. He can kill us though somehow. He can put a gift through our heart and somehow kill us, but he can't kill any Lost anywhere. I think the only reason that he could kill us was because we were completely helpless and defenseless, standing there without our purifier mask on. So that's why I think Jack has the ability to kill us, not because he actually knows how to do anything. Okay, and we'll go for this guy. Maybe get a backstab. There we go. And he's extremely weak to ice, so very good on that backstab there. Good. Ouch. Okay, and you never want to take that first strike with your blade. You always want to try and get it to the point where you're doing some kind of dodge attack or a charge attack or something like that, because otherwise you're going to be missing out on 10% damage all the time, unless you get into situations like that where you kind of have to go for just some regular attacks just to cover yourself or to stagger, because it does do crush damage, so it does do very well on getting to the point where you can stagger the enemy, and for dogs like this you can just beat them down very, very easily overall. Thanks, Jack. Alright, so we got a whole bunch of ichor back there because of our item that we had access to, so let's go for a charge attack here, if we can get it off. There we go. So you saw there that even though we got hit, we were able to plunge through it, just because of the fact that we have this really, really good stagger resistance overall. And we'll just push that dog off the edge there. So it does very, very well if you are going for charge attacks. However, it leaves you completely open and vulnerable during that time, unless you're able to speed up the charge attacks. But at the second highest amount of damage in the charge attack arena, it does very, very well, and it does not disappoint. And I think that's where they kind of gave this a little bit of an edge over other weapons. But it's not enough of an edge to me to make it absolutely incredible. But it would have been great if it would have been great if this would have done like 300% damage or something. Okay, we're dead. And instead of just what it does here, because that would have made it be something absolutely incredible. Okay. And you can see that this guy does very well against our crush weapon, so that's a real problem. Ouch. And we're dead again. Jack, thank you. Okay, and because of defensive order there, we were able to take a huge amount of punishment, but we were not able to deal out a whole bunch of damage. So that is where this weapon does very poorly with defensive order. Because of the way defensive order works, it takes into account your base damage from the weapon itself, and you see that the base damage here is 300, so it does a lot of scaling, but because the base damage is pretty high and the scaling damage is so high, it does very poorly by how it pairs up here with defensive order. So if we look at that, we were at like 2300, now we're at like 1378, so it's really, really bad overall. Okay, so for the Queen's Knight, just the Queen's Knight here, we're going to be switching our setup here. Still going to be using the weapon, but we're going to be slow mobility here, and you'll see why it won't really matter once we get down here to this fella. So once we get into the arena here, we're gonna go for charge attacks aplenty, and we'll charge him down, and we should be a-okay to put him in the ground pretty quickly here. So this is a lot of fun to run this build for charge attacks here, because you're able to put him down very, very quickly. Okay, and I think we have enough ichor here, so we can go for this and these things. Good, and there we go. And it doesn't matter about our health. Okay, And we just have to watch for his first opening move here, as it could kill us in one hit or not. So we'll have to see how he opens up and what kind of positioning we get in order to start our charge attacks. Okay, here he comes. Okay, good. Ouch, and we're dead. So Jack, up to you. Nope, Jack's dancing around doing Jack things. I don't know the things that Jack does, but you saw there that we took a huge chunk of his health out very quickly, very easily. And again, it is left to left to the unfortunateness of how he strikes us, and it kills us in one hit. So very, very unfortunate, but you should have plenty of ichor, or not ichor. You should have plenty of stamina because of red shoes, which you don't need stamina, but it kind of is like stamina. Okay, and so you should have plenty of ability there to go for whatever you're trying to do here with this fellow. But we should be okay to go for some attacks here. Oops. Okay. Please. Okay. Okay. There we go. And if we can get him staggered here. Nope. Okay, no stagger. Come on. Okay. And okay. And let's, oops, not healing. I don't want to do that. I want to do this and this. Okay. Whoops. Come on. Okay, he's not playing nice at all here. There we go. There we go. Oh man, so yeah, you can just oops. Oh, Jack. Can you heal my mistake? Oh. Wow, that was that was good. I'm glad Jack died. That was a really, 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 really unfortunate death there. But you see that that this weapon, I mean, just getting the immense amount of charge attacks over and over and over. I guess we'll go for our haze first over there. It really, really is a great weapon. Because we have to do 79,800 damage, and doing about 10,000 or so damage in one strike is meaning that we only need a few charge attacks in order to take him down. So it works out pretty well in the end, but we just need to get good and not get hit. So yeah, that's kind of the name of the game with this guy. But overall, he's a pretty fun fight. He's one of my favorite bosses because of how he is and everything. Okay, good. Ouch. Okay, and let's go for another one. Please, sir, may I have another? And there you can see that we can just go into charge mode here and really put him down quickly. But it's up to Jack if he can heal us or not, because constantly we're under super assault here. There we go. Good. There's the stagger I was looking for. I was hoping that was in the first run, but once you get him to that stagger point, because you're only doing a few attacks before he gets to the stagger point, he doesn't stagger very quickly. But if you would do more attacks, then he would stagger faster, and then you could charge him down. But either way, it's really good stuff to run this sword when you're running at charge attacks, when you're running at Fion, when you're running attacks, when you're running the dodge attacks. You get those massive increases of 30% to your damage, so you can always count on that. So really good overall there. And again, thank you. One of the viewers had a suggestion to put the stars that were on here in the road to 100 down in the corner. So we're at 39 stars. We're currently working on the 40th star, and we'll be at the end of this one. We'll be at 40 stars. So I finally figured out how to put that overlay on there. But this has been the the Blanched Greatsword and kind of the memories and running through that, but it is a fantastic weapon, and I just love the charge attack. It is a great attack, and because it does do crush damage again, excuse me, it has a staggering effect to it that you can kind of stun the enemy artificially. So very good overall. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and that's been the Blanched Greatsword, and we'll see you all in the Ridge of Frozen Souls next.